Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. This one's a little bit of a quick one. It is an update on the patch notes for the PTS in Realm Royale. I know a lot of you guys are excited about the changes that are being made, and I want to kind of go through some of these changes and talk about them and give you a little bit of a snippet on what these guns actually look like so you can have an idea on what you're playing as well. I want to load up for squads, but I want to talk about the general overview first and bring them up on screen before we get into it and before I show you. So hopefully I time it out well. I'm actually going to just close my screen a little bit here, bring up my desktop so you guys can actually see these patch notes that I'm looking at here. You got to go display capture, baby. And you're going to bring all this stuff right here, and we're going to take a look at it. So to start out, we're going to look at these Realm Royale patch notes. Early access 3 weapons test patch. This just means there's a lot going on for this weapons test that people are trying to discover. Hit scan are being brought back in to Paladins Realm Royale, and that's a really important thing. Hit scan was removed from the game. It was all turned into projectile. The revolver and the heirloom were turned into projectile weapons, and apparently they are adding new hit scan weapons, which, if you don't know the difference, hit scan means when I shoot here and my cursor's over anywhere in this area, it appears instantly. I shoot it and it happens. So if you have great aim, you're tracing over somebody's head, boom, it hits them. Projectile means it actually sends a projectile from here to where you're aiming. So if somebody's here by the time you shoot and you shoot it, they have a chance to move away by the time that bullet comes through. So you actually do not hit them. That's the difference between hit scan and projectile. And I think projectile made the game a little bit more peeky, poke, peek. Hit scan is going to allow for more open fights. But the weapons that they added are very interesting. First off, though, the classes were adjusted. The engineer sees himself with a little bit of a buff. The turret damage gets basically changed on rarity. So if you have higher range, the damage, higher rarity, like a legendary turret, you will have more damage on that, which I think is important. There's really no reason to take turret when you have, Firebomb kind of does the same job in terms of zoning. And I think Firebomb, no longer inflicting self-damage, makes that even stronger. So you can use it at your feet. You can use it when somebody jumps onto you like a warrior. It makes it a little bit more flexible. The Mage, the wall bug, fixed to be available at all rarities. So I guess the wall is going to be available at every single rarity. I think the bug was that you could not get it at a legendary rarity, which means you couldn't really craft it from the forge. So you would most likely always get fireballs or ice blocks, things that were really good. And I think now the fact that you can get a wall is going to even out the amount of fireballs we see in this game. The stone spear damage reduced. We don't know what number, but we know it was reduced. And the fireball cooldown increased and projectile size reduced. And this is the previous hotfix. So they haven't changed it, but what people found out that to be was about 7 seconds, and it looks like the hitbox of the fireball was decreased maybe by about half. We're not exactly sure the numbers, but that's what people were speculating as they played it over the last couple of days. That's in live right now, by the way, this fireball thing. The assassin, the sniper rifle projectile speed improved was actually kind of a big deal. And the fact that it was improved means that the sniper is just getting better. And people had said, man, if the sniper gets any better, the projectile improves, this is going to be a nutty class. Assassin's been one of the classes that people have had the highest level of kind of outplay potential with, but also not as easy for beginners to take advantage of. Concussion bomb, a lot of potential there, and I like the fact that they're actually improving this to maybe make it a little bit more user-friendly. I have no idea, but that'll be interesting to test. The Hunter longbow projectile improved. A lot of combinations of complaints about the longbow not really being able to hit people from range, missing a lot of shots. So that projectile being improved should be helpful as well. We don't know what that means. It could be hitbox, could be speed. We don't. It just says projectile improved, so not sure at all. The general weapons, here's where we get exciting. The spirit weapons have been renamed to lightning and received projectile updates. And also all forge class legendary weapons are elemental. So instead of crafting maybe like a normal potion launcher or a normal sniper, you're going to either craft a lightning, a fire, or a frost. So you're going to get one of those no matter what. And I think that's really cool. It would kind of stink to expect a fire and maybe just get a normal one after you've crafted a second time. So now you always are going to get one of those cool effects. And fire gives you damage over time. Frost gives you slow. And spirit, or now lightning, gives you reveal onto the enemy. And also fire adds cauterize, which I didn't know as well. Just anti-heal. So that's a very important thing to note. A new weapon, the Firestorm Rifle. And this is where I'm actually going to start talking a little bit about and queuing up. Oh, can I get the queue in? Oh, no. Am I going to have to start it up? All right, we'll have to go and start this up again. But anyways, the queue, like I was saying, we'll wait till that starts up. We'll actually move that over on this side here. Actually, no, we'll keep that there. The queue was added, And what that means, the Firestorm rifle was added to the game, and what that means is that it's basically an assault rifle. Think of like a Victor gun, a tower gun. That's basically what it's like, and that was added to the game as well, which is actually pretty cool. And it works nicely, I would say. It works nicely. Their servers are currently under maintenance, so it looks like we're not even going to get a chance to play. So we'll just be going over these notes. We won't actually be playing. Sorry about that if anyone was really excited, but now we can full screen the notes so we could talk a little bit about it more. The aspect of this game is that we finally have an automatic rifle in the game at a wide level, and I'm not sure how this is going to impact people, but I think it's going to be really nice to see the variety come in terms of play styles that that's going to add. The Thundershot Carbine, what is this? A single shot semi-auto hit scan weapon. Basically what it means is it is essentially Vivian's gun, okay, and it is a like one high level burst, like a boom, boom, boom. That's what it's like. Longer range, most likely. Shoots a little slower, but hits a little harder. It's a decent weapon. I think it's cool. I still haven't gotten great with it, but I think it's cool. It's got a lot of potential. You can headshot for quite a bit. And so that's one of the other, obviously, hit scan weapons as well. Now, the Dragonbite Carbine is basically a burst fire assault rifle. So it's da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. That is going to be added as well. Again, if you hit your headshots, it's going to be a ton of burst. It's going to be a valuable gun for sure if you're able to find and make use of it. So far, I think as far as firing rate feel, the Firestorm rifle, the assault rifle feels the cleanest to me. I think Thundershot's got a little something to tweak, and I think Dragonbite's got a little something to tweak in terms of fluidity of the feeling of firing. But good to know. Those are weapons to check out as well. Crossbow, the improved projectile. Don't know what that means. No idea. Improved projectile could mean that it is better speed, larger hitbox, more consistent. I'm not sure, but the crossbow getting another buff. Shotgun, the accuracy increase and rework the damage fall off and damage per pellet. So again, it could be more damage, could be less damage per pellet, but the accuracy will be increased. We know that for sure on the shotgun. So again, shotgun's getting a little bit of a tune-up, so you're not hitting for 100, maybe at close range because of the fall off or the spread on that. Here's a big change as well, the Venom Pistol. So the Venom Pistol is basically the Poison Pistol, but it's changed in terms of it's got an increase, I believe, rate of fire and increased damage. Although the accuracy has been reduced, it has been changed to a hit scan weapon, so no longer projectile. So as long as you are aiming over somebody, Engineer Gilling, thank you very much for that. As long as you're aiming over somebody, you're going to be able to hit them, and that is... I mean, that's a whole new world for the Poison Pistol, to be honest. I mean, what range this actually is still effective of? Does it have drop-off? If the accuracy is reduced, what does that mean in terms of the way that from longer ranges you could play this? I don't know. But I do know that this is an extremely, as Big Booty Ho is now playing Dead by Daylight, Maddie, is an extremely... kind of new take on a weapon that has been considered the weakest weapon, I think, in the game, alongside the crossbow at the early starts of this. So some buffs to that. The revolver now changed to hit scan, which is cool, and I don't think the heirloom rifle was. I think the heirloom rifle still projectile, but the revolver changed to hit scan, so that'll be nice to add as well. A couple of the patch highlights, I think, is that the safe zone is now typically more centralized. Sometimes you'd have this zone over on the far side of the map right here, and then maybe be over here, and now it's going to be a little bit more centralized, so more of the map is accessible to players. The legendary drop logic is better, so they cluster less for players. We've also seen North American West servers added. If you're on the west side, you get a little bit better, hopefully, ping and registration for your gameplays, hit detection on crouching, mounting hitboxes as well, weapon bloom reduced while jumping. I know that's a big one, especially if you play engineer. You're always jumping. The weapon bloom is a little rough, and so that should be adjusted in a positive way. Another of the huge aspects of this, the Ruins Manor area has been added in Northport, North Ice Haven area. This is a new area of the map. This is a new drop zone. What does this mean? It just means that you have the opportunity to actually, see a new aspect of gameplay show up, new buildings to loot, new areas. It's a really cool area that allows you to kind of like sneak in and under sunken villages or sunken houses because of the snow collapsing onto these houses. So it's kind of like the houses, you're kind of crawling into a window because it's all been snowed in, and you're really only playing in like the top part of the roof. So you have to crawl in, and then you go in there and you're fighting in these very tight enclosed spaces. And there's this big manor in the middle of it that feels like it's been left alone, ruined, so to speak. And it's a really cool snowy area, and I think hopefully we'll encourage some more snowdrops with high activity. I know the biggest high activity places were Lumberfall, maybe Fungal, Trinity, Jade, that area. And so it coordinated a lot of people on the bottom side of the map. But I think adding this to the top right side is going to be really, really cool for people getting just different experiences as well. Another thing to notice is that the Autumn Fields Forge has been moved and replaced with a new building. So that's actually a big deal as well. A lot of lighting fixes, winds to trees, town entrances to gates. You can swap weapons while mounting. Ranking being done per match type. So now you'll be able to count your wins, and you'll need masters 50 wins total to be masters in any of a solo, duo, or squad type. Don't worry, it's not starting the ranking now counting. It's already counted all your wins. It will already have a rank for you, and all the stats will be saved. So you will get your rank right when you land, but it just lets you know that if you're a great duo player, you may not be a great solo player, and it's going to rank you separately. If you're a great squad player, you may not be the best duo player, and it's going to rank you separately based on your wins and your efficacy in those modes. And I think that's actually a really cool change as well. Again, some new some forge sounds as well. Effects, you actually have effects while you're sipping on potions, healing potions and health potions. Improved keys for hit markers and damage alerts. Sound effects for when you headshot, armor damage, regular damage, so that you know the difference just auditorily. And then some big bug fixes as well. Not being able to have the keybind saving in the inventory. 2 items, different rarities could be equipped, and so that bug has been fixed. The stealth bug as well. The longbow reticle not going away when people were, basically getting mounted as well. And if you have a few of these things that have been plaguing you, obviously a lot of bug fixes and even more on the way. I know that there have been some talk about not being able to jump a little bit as this patch came live, but I do think that that's still going to be something that maybe they're working on towards fixing. Right now they said it's coming, they've got it, but it's not in currently if you were to download and play the PTS right now, but it should be fixed hopefully next time that they go on. Maybe that's what the maintenance was for as I'm making this video. Either way, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. I want to know your thoughts, especially on the Mage Nerfs, the Assassin, the Hunter kind of buffs to those legendary weapons, the Engineer buffs as well, and how do you feel those classes are shaking up as long as the new hit scan weapons being back, the new area being added? Do you like that stuff? Have you seen it? Have you played it? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feedback down below. And again, I'll be trying to do more patch notes in the future covering these changes. Maybe not like this. Let me know if you guys like this format, or maybe just more of an overview of the highlights for me with some gameplay underneath. That would be my ideal, but I want to get these out to you guys as soon as possible, as I will be playing some Realm. Check out with me tonight. I may be playing a little bit, might just be chilling. I know I have some anime friends that I'm going to go hang out with and actually watch some anime tonight, but I'm actually going to be streaming on mixer.com/Raynday quite a bit, so make sure to stop by, say what's up. You also may have a free sub there as well. They're doing like Mixer Prime thing, so check that out. See what's up, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, friends, remember to never give up, never stop gaming. I will see you all next time.